So this is Zach from The Gathering Note, and I'm here with Jonathan Caves, who is a Seattle Opera aficionado, a Ring fan, a Wagnerite, and a guest blogger on the Seattle Opera blog for this Ring cycle. And Jonathan, we were talking just a little bit ago about the Ring and the fact that this isn't your first Ring. This is your second Seattle Ring.
Yeah. The first opera I ever went to was Siegfried. It was back in UK, and I went to it mostly because the tickets were cheap, and I thought I'd go and see what it was like. And I was absolutely fascinated by it, especially by the character who played Wotan. I can't really remember who it was, or even who the company was, but that got me really involved in Wagner. And since then, I've slowly picked up over the years. Unfortunately, I've lived in a lot of places which don't do a lot of opera. Dublin, I was there for quite a few years, and they do two operas a year. It's usually La Boheme and Rigoletto, or something to get the crowds in. So it's only when we came here that we actually started getting into Wagner, and it's only in 2005 that we decided to make the commitment to actually spend a week and see all four operas. We had seen Siegfried just beforehand in Chicago, which was a very, very different production to here. We went to see it because Jane Eaglin was doing Brunhilde. We really enjoyed that. And when we came 4 years ago, we saw it here, and we thought that, wow, that's great. So we're making plans. We saw seeing this one this time, and then we're making plans to go down to see the LA Ring next June.
Yes, speaking of that, I mean that production is going to be a lot different, or is a lot different if the reports of the Rheingold are accurate. How do you think that experience is going to compare to this experience up here in Seattle?
I'm wondering. To me, this is the most traditional, classical, and I mean those in a good sense, ring you can get. It's hard to see how you can get a ring any more traditional than this. I think Wagner would come here and see this; he'd be absolutely thrilled by it.
Even more than the Schenk ring that just was retired up in.
I think so, because I've seen a couple of single operas off that, and I think just the Rheingold set here is better, and I think it's more. This is a more intimate production. Unless you see the first act tonight, instead of the Schenk ring in New York, they have the hut covers the whole stage. Here, the hut is just one side of the stage, so it's a much more intimate setting, and gives I think a much better interaction between the characters. I'm intrigued to see 2013. They're meant to repeat the ring here. 2017 then should be a completely new production, and I'm intrigued to see what happens. A lot of people here love this ring, and it's going to be interesting to see what happens with the next production. I think it depends a lot on whoever. Well, we're going to hire a new general director, and then whoever this gets in to be the director.
Do you have a favorite opera in the cycle?
Probably tonight's one, the Valkyrie. It is I think the most one that stands alone, the best. It has the most beautiful music of the whole cycle, of course. It's got enough of a challenge to it for the singers, I think, that'll be interesting. I mean, I always worry about about Brunhilde coming out. You come out cold, and you got to go those high B's and high C's in quick succession. If she's, I mean, everybody's keeping their fingers crossed, I think, for her tonight. So
have you heard Janice Baird before?
Yes, I saw the Electra production in October, which I love Strauss. I thought that was a superb production.
So is there anything you're expecting in tonight's performance, since this is the first Valkyrie of August?
See how Janice Baird does. That's the first thing I'm really going to be watching. I thought last night, Greer Grimsey was a little subdued. I'm wondering if that's because he was just saving himself for tonight, because he's got a lot more singing to do than he did last night. I'm interested to see if Hunding is going to be the same guy tonight. Here he's got some unfortunate things, and so there's also a couple of longers in this opera, and the last time they went by, but I'm always worried that if you don't get the staging right, I find myself sort of looking around the theatre, wondering, what's going on stage stops gripping yourself, be interesting. But also, I think this is also the reaction at the end is going to be interesting. Are we going to have a massive roar from the audience? I think that'll be telling me. The thing about the ring cycle, which I think is special, is people come to the ring not just because they're subscribed to the season. They're all here because they really want to see this ring. A lot of them have travelled from out of town, from across the country, from across different countries. So basically, something special. They'll show it at the end.
And now you're going to all three cycles.
Yeah.
Is it? Well, there are two questions. This is the first time you've done all three cycles.
Yes, it is.
And then the second part of that question is, what are you hoping to get out of seeing all three cycles?
There's a couple of sides I want to see. One, last time I did the second cycle, and then I begged, scripts, pleaded, hung on the phone for a week and got a ticket to the last production of Daughter Dameron, and I felt the feel of the audience was completely different. The third cycle, it was a much more relaxed crowd. So one side is me, what's funny, opera fascinates me, one because of the music and the singers and the stories and everything, but also because the way this unlikely art form works. And I like to watch people coming to the opera and seeing how they react, how they interact, what the different crowds are like. So I just thought, I had some vacation lined up. I thought, okay, I'm going to do three cycles. Only once every 4 years. And I keep joking, maybe if after two cycles I'm fed up, I'll sell the tickets on eBay or something like that.
No. I think if you love Wagner enough, you'll figure out a way to get to all three cycles, or as many cycles as are being produced. Jonathan, it was a pleasure to talk with you.